Hello and welcome. I am Roy at Ninjazillain80, and today I will be reviewing the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat Classic Mortal Kombat 2 Ermac figure. Needless to say, this is basically a what-if figure because, yeah, Ermac was never in Mortal Kombat 2, but still in all, this is a pretty cool figure, and I got some things to say about him. So with that said, let's get started. And now, starting things off with the box, because you know we have to talk about really cool boxes on this channel when we have them. And fortunately, I will be keeping this box because I like putting my figures back in them to display them on my wall. So yeah, these boxes I will be keeping. But anyway, as you can see, I have already taken the figure out. That is obvious. But as you do see, he does come with some handy accessories there. Some interchangeable hands, and we do have his Mortal Kombat Classic McFarlane Toys stand, which I don't really feel any need to be taking out of the box right now, especially not for this review. And if you want to see how these stands work, I have other reviews on McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat Classics figures, so you can check those out. But anyway, we have Ermac, which is the name of the figure you're getting inside. We have this really cool arcade panel right here with the joystick and the controls. Really nice. And of course we have the Mortal Kombat Dragon logo right there. But one thing I noticed, this is actually the Mortal Kombat Dragon logo from the original Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat 1. Not to get that confused with new Mortal Kombat 1. Because the dragon logo from Mortal Kombat 2 is more of a silver color, and this is just basically like the regular like black and orange. And also taking a look at the title font at the top of the box, especially with the fact that this is supposed to be stylized like an arcade cabinet. This is actually the title font from the first game. Because, like I said, the title font for Mortal Kombat 2 is actually more of a shiny, like, metallic silver. This is, more of a yellowish orange. And I can tell by these dragons right there, those are actually found on the arcade cabinet for the original Mortal Kombat, not Mortal Kombat 2. But it's still recognizable for what it is. I'm just saying. And we still have these really cool lightning strikes going down the side of the box. That is very reminiscent to the Mortal Kombat 2 arcade cabinet, though. But anyway, we have McFarlane Toys logo right there. Same thing on the other side. Ages 17 plus, so all you 16-year-olds, sorry, you're out of luck. And of course, we have the McFarlane Toys logo yet again on the top right side of the hang tag there. Back of the box, we have a really cool profile picture of Ermac there. And the interesting thing, not only did they forget his iconic neon green glowing eyes, guess what? If you grab the box for Reptile here, here's the packaging for my McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat Classic Reptile figure here. And yes, I've already opened him, but anyway, turn the package around and dun dun dun. Yeah. It's just, they're just a recolorization, a palette swap of one another. Yeah. They didn't even bother to change the color of Ermac's eyes. Yeah. Because if you look at the figure, and yes, I will get to the figure very soon. This does feature his iconic neon green glowing eyes. That profile picture doesn't. But anyway, with that aside, we also have the character selection screen. Well, actually, some characters from the selection screen from Mortal Kombat 2, because obviously we are missing 3 characters from that roster that is on the actual selection screen for the game, and that being Jax, Kung Lao, and Johnny Cage. And yeah, needless to say, Johnny Cage is in the line for the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat Classics figures, and he's nowhere on this character selection string. Yeah, how about that? But we do have Liu Kang, Reptile, Sub-Zero, Melina, Katana, Scorpion, Raiden, and Baraka. And of course, we have the different social media platforms you can find McFarlane Toys on. And we have McFarlane Toys logo yet again, bottom of the box. We have some copyright information about Warner Brothers and NetherRealm Studios right there. And we have a barcode that nobody cares about because, yeah, everything in retail has barcodes. So, yeah, that's nothing we haven't seen before. But anyway, getting the box out of the way, taking a look at the figure here. And as you can see, it's a pretty cool figure. Let me put my light on and lower my camera a bit so we can get a better look at him. So, yeah, taking a look at Ermac here. As you can see, he is wearing his iconic crimson red ninja outfit there. Looking really nice. Now, of course, this is not the only what-if outfit if Ermac was in an earlier Mortal Kombat game. Because if you think back to Mortal Kombat 9, remember how they had the classic outfits for like the DLC add-ons, or if you had the complete edition, you can actually get the Mortal Kombat 1, the original Mortal Kombat 1 outfit for Ermac as well. So yeah, this is not a first that he gets a MK Ninja outfit from an earlier game he was never featured in. But anyway, taking a look at this figure, he does have really cool detail. The only thing these McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 2 Classic Ninjas are missing is the belt, that the kind of like the belt portion of their ninja top that goes around right here, that goes underneath this this black belt right here, that kind of just straps around. That's obviously missing on the McFarlane Toys MK2 Ninjas for some reason. That was also pointed out by some other people, so besides me. But you know, when you're just getting these out of the packaging, and when they were first announced, that was barely noticeable, but a lot of people noticed. But you know what? I still think that's a small nitpick, because at the end of the day, I still feel like these figures are very strongly worth it. But anyway, going over articulation with this figure, starting with the head, and yes, bringing them up. As you can see, we do have that iconic MK2 ninja mask there. And like I was saying, you do see his very bright, glowing neon green eyes there, because that glow of his eyes are because Ermac here is basically a one warrior army. He's basically the souls of many dead warriors all combined into one warrior. So, also containing the soul of King Jarrett, which is Kitana. I think either Kitana and I can't remember if Kitana and Jade are sisters, but I know King Jarrett is at least Kitana's father, who was killed by Shao Kahn. But anyway, the head can look up about that much. We can look down. We can look left. We can look right, and we can do a full-on 360 cranium revolvus. Now, one thing I do have to put out there to keep in mind, especially with this Ermac figure in particular, this head, unlike Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile, is not removable. So I tried pulling it up like so, and yes, you can see I'm pulling up with quite some force, and it's not moving. That's because, yes, it's not removable, unlike the head for Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So, yeah. Keep that in mind. Because you don't want to pull the head off and break the joint. I'm just letting you know. The head on Ermac is non-removable. Please, like I said, keep that in mind and do not attempt to remove that head, because that will result in an irreversible, unfixable fatality. But anyway, well, it might be fixable, but in most cases it most likely won't be. But anyway, we still do have some really good articulation in the shoulders, so we can bring those shoulders up like so on a hinge and back down, and we also have a swivel joint in those shoulders as well, so we can swivel those shoulders all the way around, full 360 like so. We also have a bicep swivel, as I am demonstrating. Back down, double joint at the elbow, like so. Twist the wrists all the way around, full 360. Rock those hands up and down. Same thing with the other side. And yeah, flick that wrist, because we do have a wrist hinge. We do have some good waist articulation. We can lean, we do have an ab crunch before I get to waist articulation, because you can see we do have an articulation cut right there at the top torso, so we can lean forward and back like so and rock side to side. But as you can see, it's very hindered by his ninja top, although this doesn't really hinder the figure very much because it's made out of a soft, pliable, rubbery material. But I really wouldn't stretch it out too much like this, because you don't want to rip anything. So yeah, just letting you know, because even though these are not very expensive, these are not like this is not like Storm Collectibles level pricing. You still don't want to manhandle them. You still want to handle your figures with care. That's what I'm trying to say. Is stuff like this, even though it's not crazy expensive, it's still worth taking care of in the long run. But anyway, getting down to waist articulation, like I was talking about, we can rotate all the way around full 360 at the waist, so we can do that. And we can also rock side to side and lean forward and back at the waist as well. Leg articulation. The legs are on swivel hinge joints, so we can split out about that far. And yeah, Johnny Cage is going to hit him with some with copyright infringement because he's stealing his split. But anyway, as you can see, the hips are on swivel hinges like I was showing you. Very different than the standard ball joints we see on most figures, but they work really well because we can kick forward about that much, back about that much. Same is true with the other leg, back, double drain at the knee, so we can bend those knees all the way back. And also we can see he's wearing that really awesome looking Mortal Kombat 2 ninja knee and shin guards there, looking really nice. Yeah, it does provide leg protection, but it also makes him look really cool as well. And also, we can see he's wearing his wrist and fist guards as well. And of course, we have his ninja shoes there. which his feet are articulated. We have a hinge in those ankles, so we can point those ankles forward like so, point them back, point those toesy woesies up, point them down because we have a hinge in those toes, and of course we can rotate those feet of his all the way around on a swivel joint. And we can also swivel the feet independently from the ankles as well, but that's kind of hard to do, so I'm just not gonna bother with that. But anyway, if I have to give this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give this figure a drum roll, please. And when it comes to detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give this figure a well-deserved, absolutely awesome, knocked out of the park, flawless victory, 10 out of 10. Why? Because, number one, even though, yes, it's missing, like, that under belt, that's a nitpick, like I said, doesn't bother me. As far as articulation is top tier, top notch, can't ask for any better. Detail is top notch, it really captures that Mortal Kombat 2 ninja look, really like it. I like how they have more of like a sort of like just sort of like kind of like an in-between sort of like a bright red and crimson red colorization for his outfit there. Really nice. I find that brings this figure out quite nicely, and the finer details look very stunning as well. So yeah, I feel like, you know, for a lot of people, this figure, you know, might be very underrated. So if you haven't grabbed this one yet, he's highly recommended it. I grabbed mine from GameStop. He's also available on BBTS as well, so you could get him from either store and from other retailers that sell these. But anyway, guys, that pretty much concludes it for this review. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching. Your viewership is much appreciated. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay safe, take care, stay positive, stay powered up, God bless, and peace out.